Thousands of commuters were left stranded today as protest over rising fuel prices disrupted transport and businesses in several towns nationwide. In Nairobi, most roads were deserted after matatu operators stayed off the roads in protest. Many commuters walked long distances to work, while some schools advised learners to stay home due to transport challenges and security concerns. Protesters also barricaded roads and lit fires along key highways, paralyzing movement in and out of the city. Several businesses remained closed for most of the day. In Machakos County, protest turned violent as demonstrators clashed with police for hours. Hundreds of youth blocked roads in Machakos town as transport services were grounded. Police used tear gas to disperse crowds that kept regrouping and setting up barricades. One protester was injured and rushed to Machakos Level 5 hospital after suffering a broken ankle during the chaos. In Kitui County, transport was paralyzed as matatu operators and residents joined demonstrators. Town businesses remained closed as protests continue into the afternoon. Protesters say the rising fuel costs have pushed up transport fares and cost of living and are demanding urgent government action. In Meru County, major roads were blocked as protesters paralyzed entry and exit into Meru town. Traders at Gakoromoni Market were among the hardest hit as movement of goods was disrupted. Police used tear gas after protesters threw stones during confrontation in parts of the town. In Kiambu County, 2 people were shot during protest, leaving one dead and another one was taken to Kiambu Level 5 hospital with injuries. A police officer was also injured after falling from a moving vehicle. Business activities in Kiambu town came to a halt as shops, petrol stations and banks shut down amid running battles between police and protesters. In Nyeri County, protest brought businesses to a standstill for most of the day following demonstrations over the fuel price hike announced by April. Authorities also foiled attempts by groups of demonstrators to loot businesses, forcing traders to close early over safety concerns. Away from that, Busia County Assembly Sacco has warned members who have defaulted on loans totaling to 40 million Kenyan shillings that they risk being listed with the Credit Reference Bureau (CRB) if they fail to clear the arrears. Speaking during Sacco elections at the Agriculture Training Center in Busia Town, Chairperson Gabriel Erambo, who retained his position, said rising defaults are affecting financial stability. He added that the Sacco will intensify recovery efforts and encouraged more members to join to access affordable loans and saving services.
They tried to remove me because of going to claim Sacco money. We even brought auctioneers here, but those defaulters bribed the auctioneers with over 1 million because I had paid the auctioneer 20,000 from Kisumu. The board had approved. We paid the auctioneers. We paid them 50,000 to come and ensure that that 40 million is returned back to Sacco.
We kindly urge each and every one of us to be keepers of our Sacco and to ensure that our Sacco proceeds on by recruitment of our members, because it is through membership that our Sacco will grow to next level.
Chief Justice Martha Koome has called for stronger management of court stations, saying it is key to improving efficiency and restoring public confidence in the judiciary. Speaking at the 2026 Annual Heads of Station Forum in Meru, she said magistrates and small claim courts handle about 85% of cases in Kenya, making effective leadership at the level critical for access to justice. She noted that strong management improves efficiency and accountability, while weak systems lead to delay and erode trust.
So these are the people we try to tell members of public, be wary of people who have collected money in the name of the judge or the magistrate. That is their own money. Please report them to the police. As readers and ends of station, you are therefore central to transformation of the judiciary. There is no one who will come from the mass, come with a dome with transformation. It is us, with the small efforts we make every day, who are going to transform this judiciary.
And tension remains high in Moi area, Magarini sub-county, after a 70-year-old man was killed by a hippo along the Sabaki River. The victim, Charo Thuva, suffered fatal injuries to his legs. His body was taken to Malindi mortuary as investigations continue. Residents have appealed to the Kenya Wildlife Service to intervene, citing increasing human-wildlife encroachment.
Juzi tayari tumepata msichana mwingine ameumwa lakini hakufa, lakini huyu mzee alikuwa ameenda kukata miti kupata pato la siku, lakini kufika pale akapatana na kiboko kikamuua vibaya. Kwa hivyo naomba mashirika yote, serikali yote, tafadhalini, hivi viboko vinatumaliza, na naomba KWS ije iweke hata kama ni askari kulinda hawa wanyama. Sasa watu wanaishi kwa hofu manyumbani kwa sababu viboko huku vimekuwa vingi na vinatembea usiku kuanzia saa 3 kwenda huko ni huko nyumbani.
And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk. I'm Zainab Said.